Okay, welcome to the fucking second episode of the Shameless fucking podcast.
That's a lot of swears.
I cuss a lot.
We're not supposed to swear within the first 60 seconds of a YouTube video, so you've already screwed monetization.
Yeah, literally.
Well done, dude. Real professional.
Fuck my ass.
All right.
Yeah.
So are we actually gonna like prep topics though, or is this actually what we're just hopping into?
We're just fucking hopping into it, dude. It's part of life that you just jump into things and don't think about it. Like if you don't take risk in life, then what's the point of living?
Like running into oncoming traffic.
Maybe not that.
Just do it, bro.
It's pretty easy to predict the outcome of that, so.
Are you a fucking weatherman for traffic? You don't know what's gonna happen.
No.
Life is like running into oncoming traffic. You never know what's gonna happen.
Well, you do.
Okay, I think
It's very unoptimistic Forrest Gump.
Depressed Gump.
Jesus Christ. We're off to just a great start here.
this is just like a recording session.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and yeah.
I got my Monster, got my Cheez-Its.
Me too. I got my, but like Jesus gives due heartburn though. So
Yeah.
Why you gotta help me like that, man? You do that in confidence, bro. Okay. Now, if I take my little Prilosec pill before I eat my Cheez-Its, I'm okay.
30, bro.
I'm
Fuck up,
90.
Boomer alert. Boomer alert.
Boomer alert.
I gotta take my blood pressure medicine.
what do you think is in a Cheez-It that gives you heartburn?
Probably the cheese. I don't know.
That was the stupidest question.
Probably the hyphen? I don't know. Something.
What do you think's in that slice of cheese that's making you lactose intolerant?
They said now made with real cheese, and I was never able to eat them again.
Cheez-Its are good though. Have you guys ever had cheese nips? Like the
what?
Okay. Don't ever just like Cheez-Its like that again.
What is it? What is it?
Cheese. I wouldn't compare cheese nips with Cheez-Its though.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely disgusting.
I don't mind them. It's almost like it's like the difference between like Ruffles and Lay's.
Wait,
where they're both.
Are they the ones that look like snowflakes, the little ones?
No.
Okay.
They literally look like Cheez-Its. It's just a different brand.
Y'all ever had cheese?
Yes. I've had cheese before.
Okay.
Bro, if this was like a podcast, like IRL, I feel like we would just all stare at soup.
I mean, I kind of am.
Yeah, his face is like in the Discord. His face is more. It's like the most attractive to look at. Not that he's attractive. I mean, he's hideously ugly. It's just your eyes. Your eyes just go to him for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, you got your podcast title now. McNasty's coming out story.
Wait.
Nasty hitting on me for an hour.
I mean, it's just the locks of the hair. It's just
hair.
It's
the dip just falling out of the mouth. It
looks like shit.
This could be sexually harassing Soup at work for an hour.
Hey, Soup, can I stick my dick between your tooth gap?
Okay.
Oh.
Oh God, this is scuff. This is why we should have come up with topics beforehand.
This is literally why I said we should have topics. We're literally you're talking about fucking Soup's tooth gap.
Dude, that's a great topic. Though.
Next
Fuck
topic,
his teeth,
please.
Man.
How we go from Cheez-It heartburn to this? How did we get here?
A really bad segue.
Okay, so the other day I had a dream, and
okay,
Martin Luther.
Really? I think that was a lot longer than the other day ago.
4 scores and McNasty's Jeff ago.
Please,
Okay, I'm sorry.
please no Jeff in the podcast. For the love of God.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so the other day I had a dream, and it was really weird because like I was in a field for some reason, just like in a dark field with like somebody. I don't know who else was there. It was just some random ass person, and I look up in the sky, and there's just like tons of. It's almost like I can see the galaxies and shit. So there's just like tons of stars. All of a sudden, everything is just starts getting sucked into like just a dark hole. And I guess like I'm starting to realize that the planet is being sucked into a black hole and like we're all about to die. So I get sucked into this black hole, right? And like I can see everybody around me like dying.
This is some Rick and Morty shit.
Basically. Yeah. And but I'm able to live, and I'm like flying through space, and it's just trippy. I'm just like seeing tons of different like weird galaxies and all this type of shit. And for some reason, like when I woke up, it kind of made me feel like insignificant.
Wow. I got really deep, really fast.
Like
you let up all
was
that
weird.
just to say that you're scum.
It's weird because like basically like the point of the dream was like just being able to fly through just infinite amounts of like just time and space, and then realizing how insignificant and just like kind of worthless the world is when you think about it.
Took DMT.
We didn't want me
coming off of an acid trip or something.
It was like the dream felt like I was on drugs. It felt trippy as fuck because I was literally just like flying through space. Like I could breathe and I was just like moving through space.
I mean, at that point, I think the dream was just telling you to do actual drugs.
Yeah.
Did you eat cheese before bed?
I ate a whole box of cheeses before I went to bed.
No, but actually,
no.
Bro, I'm not even shitting you. I actually, I don't know how true this is. I feel like I should have confirmed it before bringing it up. But apparently, cheese gives you nightmares.
Huh?
So, like,
I'm in
if
for
you eat
a
a
fucking ride tonight. I'm a box deep of cheeses. What do you mean?
I don't know. I've always been told not to eat cheese or like pizza before bed because I'll have nightmares. Unless my parents are just trying to prevent me to be fat.
Yeah.
Can we get Bill Nye on this podcast to confirm
Can we
this?
get that on Mythbusters? That's weird.
Let's get Bill Nye on the phone.
It may sound harmless, eating cheese before bed.
Wait till you fall
Start of the
asleep.
documentary.
I feel fucking stupid, so I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, you should probably Google that. Because it's very...
We should set up an experiment. The
Does eating cheese give you bad dreams? It's the first thing.
We should get some random people, conduct a study.
Shove cheese down their
A lot
throat.
of cheese before bed.
It does. It actually does. Cheese gives you nightmares. Don't eat cheese.
It's coming full circle now. The dream, the prophecies come true.
Bro, McNasty, we figured out your issue, dog. Stop eating fucking cheeses before bed. And you won't have goddamn DMT trips in the middle of the night.
It wasn't even really like a nightmare though. Like I wasn't like
Cheese a drug?
I wasn't like scared.
It's cheese and drug.
Like it's literal bacteria, right? So
Imagine getting arrested for snorting a line of cheese.
crushed Cheez-Its.
Parmesan.
I brought a bag of Cheez-Its into the bar. I'm gonna snort it behind the counter. What?
Anyways, the point.
So where
back?
yeah, I was gonna say, where was that going?
Back to the dream. So.
Oh, it doesn't end there.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. Oh no, the dream was over. I was after I got to the because I woke up and like I was like, man, my life is kind of worth nothing. The world is kind of useless. But the point of it is like I wanted to ask you guys because like I know some people really don't have that kind of like nihilistic view on the world and stuff. Do you guys feel like do you feel like our Earth is kind of worth anything? I mean, when you think about it on like the scale of the universe, do you feel like we're kind of just like nothing?
Oh yeah, 100%. Sometimes I like watch those like Vsauce videos or something where he says the scale of the universe, and I just go cry in the shower for like an hour after because I don't know. What to do. Like when he points out like how small the Earth is, even in our own galaxy, and then he's like, "Yeah, by the way, there's like billions of those galaxies." I'm just like, "All right, I can have that extra slice of pizza today. I can be fat. My life's worthless."
It's like it's kind of like a bittersweet feeling though, huh? Because you're like,
same.
Wow, that was impressive. I'm gonna give that a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Thank you.
No
Thank you.
burping in the podcast.
Good job.
Wow.
It had some bass. It had some longevity. It was good.
Could probably remix that shit.
Yeah.
Please don't.
No, I'm done with that.
Yeah. Have you seen that video where it's like it shows the Earth and then it goes to like the sun and then it keeps going up and up?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Where it shows like the scale of how small our Earth is in our own galaxy, and I'm just fucking sitting there like, okay, that's cool. I agree. I needed this today.
Does like when you think about it though, does it make you feel like sad or happy or like what's the feeling you get from that?
Small. Like
Just
really
small.
freaking small. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, how tall you do?
Huh?
That's what I was mean.
Dude's 5'1".
5'1" with heartburn.
Okay. If
With the heart.
New Tinder bio.
Tinder profile. Hey, ladies. My name is Stu. I am 5'1", and I have constant heartburn.
Dude, are you actually 5'1"?
No.
Okay, well, that's maybe what Shoe lives in.
Wait, what?
It's your shoe?
I said maybe what Shoe lives in.
Oh, shoe lifts.
Wait, are you actually a midget?
No, he's
I
just
am-
headless. It takes away like a foot.
I am an average height for a male.
Oh. Well, that's disappointing. Everyone told me you're
not 6
short.
foot.
Yeah, I'm not a real man. I'm under 6 foot. Sorry.
Okay.
5'11",
All right,
dude.
same.
He's
Yeah, I'm under
average
6
height
foot
for a
as well,
transitioning woman. We'll give it that.
Christ.
Oh, no.
No, I got a question for you guys. This is gonna be completely curveball. Moving on from McNasty's topic.
Okay.
All right, no, that's like it's sort of related in some sense. So, given that we all fucking do YouTube, like other than Blarg full time, no shots fired, Blarg. I'm sorry, you'll get there. I'm sorry. But do you feel like YouTube is fulfilling in a sense of like just your life in general?
Yeah, completely.
Like-
For me, at least.
Like, and the thing is, how do you know? Like, do you physically recognize that feeling whenever it happens, or is it just like, hey, I'm happy and content where I'm at?
Well, I think, I mean, you have to really think about that kind of stuff on like, it's really a person-to-person basis because some people, you know, have a lot more issues with YouTube. And then like, I know I haven't really ran into a lot of problems. So like for me, it's, yeah. Because I put out a video and like, I don't really have to worry as much as some people do. But then there's some people who like,
Bitch.
who just...
I'm like, yeah, in my mind,
I know,
fuck this
like,
guy.
I'm not trying to...
I'm still waiting for a manual review of my fucking video.
I'm not trying to like brag about that fact. I'm just saying like, cause you're asking and I'm saying just like me personally. Yeah, I feel like I'm really fulfilled with YouTube. It's definitely something that as I've spent a lot of my life, trying to find jobs and just trying to get, you know, that average 9 to 5 thing. And it's just never
How
really,
old are you?
I'm 26. So
Oh, okay.
like ever since I graduated high school, I've kind of just been like, I just haven't really done anything. And it's just been like miserable just trying to find jobs. And then YouTube happened. And ever since YouTube, it's just been like, just great. I'm just able to sleep all day.
I completely get that. Yeah, that's probably the best part, dude. I
The
get to wake up at
it's
fucking 9 p.m.
It's definitely the freedom that's the best part of doing YouTube.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no boss to report to. But then like comes the stress of like it's all on your shoulders, right? You have to be
like, literally everything.
Because you're definitely,
especially the business side of like things, and I'm just now getting to that. Like, I genuinely hate emailing back and forth, especially when it comes to like sponsorship and shit like that.
Yeah, that was one
reason
thing
why
that
I really
kinda
don't do it.
hit me like a fucking truck. I wasn't expecting like how much like business aspect there is to YouTube and stuff once you start actually getting like relevant numbers. And like if you're not prepared for it, it throws you off because it comes quick and it's like I don't know. It's really fucking overwhelming to be honest. That aspect of it.
Yeah,
Just learn as you go.
That's literally what I'm doing at the moment. Like, I definitely got through like a huge fucking curveball, especially how fast things happen. Like from 2018 to 2019 for me. But luckily enough, like I just had so many larger, friends that already went through it and they're like, okay, yeah, I mean, this is normal. Yeah, you can do this, you can do this. Like just people to help you out along the way.
Oh yeah, it's very nice to have.
The only problem with like learning as you go is when the IRS breaks your fucking kneecaps because you don't know how much money to pay in taxes.
Yeah.
IRS pulls up like this is mafia.
Like 3 dudes with bats come out of a black van. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on.
give me your money, bitch.
Imagine that we're all at PAX East. One of us gets fucking pinned down or some shit like that. Yeah, you didn't pay your 2019 taxes. It's the year 2022.
I have $12. What do you want?
Oh fuck.
I mean, because we're all just basically independent contractors. Like everything in business, we have to take care of it. Unless we hire a personal fucking assistant, none of that shit is taken care of, and we kind of just got to deal with it ourselves.
That's just it. Like until you get to that larger point, like, everything, like you said, everything is on your shoulders, and it's fucking stressful up until you do you do have the ability to like hire a team or something. I know like a lot of people out there, like there's YouTubers out there that literally have people they hired to come up with their YouTube titles. I'm like,
Really?
I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah.
Neither did I.
Like they come up with their YouTube titles, tags. They concentrate on trends to see what's popping.
Yeah, they literally have
Wow.
people to just do like analytics 24/7.
Yeah.
Like apart
Like,
from
people-
being an editor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart from being an editor, like they have like Yeah, that's another thing. Editors, thumbnail makers. Like there's people that literally just don't even touch their fucking YouTube channel anymore.
See, that's crazy to me. That honestly, that takes away from like the enjoyment of doing YouTube. I feel like at that point, it just like, why even do YouTube? You don't have
See,
that.
that's the thing. Like,
If you enjoy edit or like recording but not editing, then I can understand that though. Because like
if you
tags and shit are tedious. Like that's not
oh
fun.
hell yeah. Hell yeah, I hate it so much. That's why, like, several months ago, I just started copying and pasting the same tags over and over.
Same. I stole McNasty's. I copied and pasted McNasty's. Like, look at the subs this motherfucking getting some of this bread.
Dude, not even gonna lie, McNasty. I did that a long time ago, and I think it's been 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, I remember when you
I was
asked
like-
me. You said, "Hey, what tags do you use?" And I was just like,
I looked at your tags. I was like, oh my god.
They're so
It's like completely opposite. They're all like one word and shit like that.
Yeah.
right.
And I did it the first time I did it. I think that was the first time I spiked above 2,500 subs in one day. I was like, yeah, I'm never switching again.
I've had videos where I haven't even tagged them, and they've like gotten over 1 million views. And stuff.
Really?
What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's
YouTube
weird.
don't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't understand this shit.
There's no
At all.
guidebook for any of this, man.
Yeah,
We're
like
just
I
making it
uploaded
up as
one
we
video,
go.
I was like, "Fuck this," and it just 1 million views. Okay, then.
Is it your Gucci belt song?
No, I think it was a Rust video. I think I went back
Oh.
and added like tags in afterwards. but-
After he got the 1 million views.
yeah, I was like, okay,
maybe,
well, maybe I should
get
put
two.
that in. Yeah.
I mean, like, jumping back to, McNasty saying, like, how you've been going throughout the years, 9 to 5 and stuff like that. I feel like it's not, like, that part of YouTube that, like, what's the word? They're just, like, the full-on gratitude that most people have. Like, yeah, like, when I started YouTube, I was working at, a job that I hated, like that. Like, there's so many people with stories like that. I feel like I just don't have that sense of appreciation simply because I started so young.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Like,
like 12 when you were
Literally, yeah. I think
Uzi fell out of the nutsack and started making videos. Like he was ready to go.
My first channel, like I started that before I even hit puberty, I think.
Really? What did you used to do like Minecraft stuff back then or something?
No, Call of Duty.
they were great.
Dude, it's so bad. It was like my voice was just so high pitched. I even remember recording my first video on a fucking a stack of books on my dresser with my iPhone 4.
Oh
Yo,
my
can we
god.
watch these?
No, man, no.
Unlist all these videos, dude.
No, never. I think I deleted them.
I mean,
like every time I made a
public.
new channel, I deleted the videos on that channel.
Actually, I got a question for you guys. Kind of going off of what Grizzy asked.
Yeah.
But do you guys feel like you have like the fame that you do? Because like
No.
the amount of like followers that some of us have is like literally more than like celebrities and shit.
I-
And anyone over 30,000 followers is actually considered a celebrity. So technically, everyone in this call is a celebrity, which is like how stupid is that?
Wait,
To
no, I'm kidding.
like I'm a celebrity and I live in my mom's basement. How the fuck? Like,
I'm a
Yeah.
celebrity and I'm sitting in the fucking dark, no lights on, just one singular monitor and a microphone.
eating fucking
how is
Cheez-Its
that
in
a
the
thing?
pitch black. Like,
What celebrities do after dark, you just see me munching down Cheez-Its, crumbs just going down my shirt, sipping on
I do not
monsters, wearing
consider-
sweatpants.
I do not consider myself a fucking celebrity at all.
yeah,
me neither.
okay. I
Not at all.
don't know any
Weirdest thing,
YouTubers
though.
that do off the top of my head.
Fucking
I think that
age.
just comes with having an ego. Because if you're just one of those people that just naturally has an ego, once you get a following, then you're going to be like, yeah, I'm the shit.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
guess
so
so.
weird. Like even last weekend or the previous weekend, like my nephew's birthday was going on, and one of my mom's friends came over to me, and she just walked up to me. She was like, "Hey, yeah, how you doing?" Da, 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 da. And as I was walking away, she was like, "Oh, just wanted to let you know, my nephews watch your videos. They said, oh," I was like, "Wait, what? Excuse me? How old are they?" They're like 10. I was like, "Dude, they really shouldn't be watching my videos."
Yeah.
But they're like, they were talking about you, and then she said that she knew me. Like, she knows me through my mom. Like, I've known her for a couple years since they worked together. And they just freaked out, apparently. And so she was like, "Yeah, you have fans." I was like, "What the fuck?" It's just so weird to think about. Like, even the last, like, several months ago, I went out to the movie theater with my cousin. Keep in mind, it's like 1 a.m., I think. There's like this weird theater, which I don't know why they were running movies at that time. But the weirdest thing, like we're walking into the theater, you know, the person that you give your tickets to, and they just like tear it in half.
Yeah.
She was giving me the weirdest look. So I'm like, either A, she's trying to get some dick, or B, she recognized me.
What if it was both though?
Oh god, that's unfortunate.
See, that's why I don't want to do a face reveal.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask Soup, because I guess you're the only other one that really shows your face, because doing McNasty don't. Have you ever been recognized in public?
Oh yeah.
Really?
How's
that gone? Gucci belt usually? Something like that?
No, it was. Well,
Hey, Soup, sister!
most of them were before that actually.
Okay.
But there's been a few times, and they've all been fine. Like I've never had a weird encounter really.
Like
I had a pretty weird
crazy.
one.
Mine
I
wasn't
think-
necessarily weird. It was just awkward because it was the first time it happened to me. So it's like I'm literally walking into the theater with like just like my pockets full of fucking candy, holding the large soda. I'm like, I look like Grizzy. Like the way I come across in my
They saw you
videos,
in your
that is
natural
me.
habitat.
Literally, I'm wearing fucking sweatpants, a baseball tee, and just carrying around food. And my cousin's girlfriend worked at that theater. And I guess like the person that took the tickets or the lady that recognized me was too nervous to say. And as soon as I'm going into like the movie theater itself, I just hear screaming. She's like, Nelson! I was like, what? Like I just peeked around the corner. I was like, what? She's like, she knows you from YouTube! Throughout the entire theater.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
oh my fucking god.
That's the worst way to do that.
Yeah, that's
I mean, like, I was all the way down the aisle, so I was just like, oh, God.
when you want to self implode.
I would just put the bag of popcorn on my head and called it a day. Just fucked off like
I just
that.
stood there nervously. I was looking at my cousin. I was like, wait, why am I the nervous one here? What the fuck? And so I just went there, said what's up. We took a picture. And the thing is, as we were talking, the fact that she screamed is so loud, apparently 3 other workers there recognized me too. They just didn't say anything. The manager there knows me too. He was like, yeah, sometimes we set up games in like the theaters when, you know, it's not being used. So just let him know if he ever wants to stop by. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
See, that's why I hate it. Like I hate it when I mean, it's not always bad, but like when my friends tell their friends sometimes they'll like change how they act, you know,
Yeah.
like
It's why like
it's just like, well, now you want to like just be cool or whatever. Like I don't know, people just they change how they talk to you.
they change how they act around you. They change like
Yeah,
you know. I feel like everybody just has like a secret agenda, low key.
That's
feel
one thing I
that's just
hate. Like
2019 though.
I get that a lot in like Instagram DMs. The one thing I hate is when like it's like I'm happy when somebody's like, oh my god, like you're my favorite YouTuber, but then when they follow that up with a message that's like, can you come record with me so I can get content for my channel? It kind of takes away from like the
Yeah.
I have a funny story actually. I was invited by this band because the drummer showed like his bandmates my videos and they all like watch me and shit, and it's pretty cool.
Mhm.
And I was invited like to come backstage and hang out with them and like, you know, free show and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was waiting in line to get in, and the drummer, he walked over and he spoke with me. And, you know, everyone's just like, oh my god, it's the drummer, you know, this band or whatever. And like there was this girl standing beside me in line and didn't talk to me the whole time, and which I didn't even try to have a conversation with her, but she found me on Instagram somehow after the show, and she DM'd me and was like, oh my god, I had no idea I was standing next to a famous person the whole time. And I was like, I was just like,
oh man.
yeah.
That's awkward as fuck.
That's just one of those horror situations.
it's like if you had no following online, she would have never tried to pursue you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
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 You know what my favorite DMs are? Is when I'm chilling and I see a DM and I'm like, oh, nice. And they're like, hey, man, love your content so much. And then ... Can you tell McNasty I love his...
Dude, I had that problem for the
DMs.
longest time with like Swagger when the whole like 17 thing was going on.
Oh, yeah.
That one joke lasted so many months it made me want to fucking eat a brick. Like I was like, oh my god. Like, it was actually getting tiring.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine because you were 17 for a whole fucking year, so you kind of had to deal with that for a whole year.
No, the whole everybody changing how they act is so true because there's people like my sister's friends or my sister's boyfriend's friends. Like I knew them in high school. I knew of them in high school. They knew of me because that's I'm not gonna say my sister's name, but that's this person's brother. You know what I mean? That's what they knew me as. So I was like, yeah, cool. They'll never really say what's up to me. If anything, it'd be like, high five, tool, and then keep walking by. But then the other day during my nephew's party, a lot of them came up or came over, and I'm just chilling. I'm having a conversation, and one of them just comes behind me. He goes, "Yo!" And instantly, right there, the vibe, like right there, is you just know it's gonna be a conversation that you don't want to be a part of. He's like, I had to unfollow you on Twitter because you didn't follow me back. I was like, I literally told him, I was like, who the fuck are you? Yeah. That was my initial reaction when I was just like, I was like, okay, I remember his face and shit like that, and I was like, you do know I don't even have my Twitter notifications on. He's like, no, I don't want to hear no excuses. I was like, okay, who though? I just walked away at that point. I was like, I'm gonna go get my drink. You can do you.
I don't care. Like bad experiences with people. Like I've been recognized twice in my hometown, which is kind of weird for somebody my size. The first one was awkward as shit. I was walking with one of my friends who she pretty much fucking pilgrim, doesn't use internet at all, has no idea what the hell is going on the internet. And her and I were just walking in college, and some kid comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, Blarg?" Hey, man. It's like, what's up? Oh, I like your videos. And then he turned around and walked away, and that was it. It was the most awkward fucking experience
that's I've awkward, ever had. That's kind of adorable at the same time.
No, but then my friend sitting there next to me is like, "The fuck is Blarg? What is that?" I was like, it is whatever.
I feel like I would have had that more experiences like that if I were to if I didn't drop out of high school sophomore year, like at the end of sophomore year.
Oh yeah, you'd be fucked if you were famous in high school. Like
literally the following years when shit started happening for me.
Dude,
if I had to deal with that swagger 17 joke in high school,
let me tell you about something in high school. I have a story about that actually. So I did some shitty video back in the day for some milestone, and me and my friend did the milk challenge thing where you drink milk and or whatever. And I didn't want people at school to really know I had a YouTube channel. I didn't mind if my close friends knew about it, but I didn't want everyone knowing about it. And I shit you not, the day after I posted that, you know what smart boards are? Big dude.
Yeah.
I walked by a classroom and they were watching it in the classroom.
What the fuck?
Me throwing up milk. Me and my friend throwing up milk in class. I happened to be walking by, and the teacher was like, "There he is now. Come in, Dallas." And I was like,
my God. I would have took my belt off and strangled myself.
That's definitely the most awkward thing ever, and that's when everyone that I know pretty much found out.
Did you have much of a following in high school?
I think at that point, I think I had 5K.
Oh wow!
I was just 5K, man. Huh. Yeah, I think by the time I got out of high school, I was at 30,000, 30 or 40,000, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't start till after high school. I didn't make my first video till I was 18. So
yeah, dude, fucking that was so awkward, man.
I would so
awkward.
You know the thing that scares me if I were to ever do a face reveal is
what?
I don't want to be out in public or at the grocery store and somebody's like, "Hey, did you ever get those toe pics from Rosie?" And then everybody's looking around what the fuck is that? The thing is other people are Soup is remembered for the Gucci Belt song. It's okay, what am I remembered by? Just
toe pics,
toe pics, and gamer girl.
Horrible. How much for a shot glass of worth?
Did you get a shot glass of her piss?
That was one thing I was actually worried about. Remember? I don't know if you guys remember. I had that one tweet that went viral where I threw fucking cheese on my dog. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was so worried that I would walk into a grocery store one day and go to buy cheese, and some person just walk up to me You gonna throw that on your dog?
Just whisper it in your ear.
Fuck off! I want to eat it.
People just start throwing cheese at you.
If my town like protested and I walked out and my entire house was covered in cheese, like
It's the dog cheese guy.
Dude, it's like the Breaking Bad thing where Walter threw the pizza on the house, and the fans started throwing pizzas on the house, like the actual person's house. That's
It's so fucking hates.
Christ.
I don't know about you guys, but for the longest time, I'm pretty over it now. But as my channel is growing, and like, you know, you hear all the stories about how fake people can be and shit like that, and you start to recognize certain things like that, like when people just want you for your following. And I sort of developed like just like a wall. Like I'm constantly on defense whenever I'm meeting new people.
Oh, you can tell. Like when you meet a new person, you can tell right away if they're being like genuine or.
Yeah, but I mean, like it was just an immediate reaction, of, like not even like really being friendly, but I was just like looking for the signs rather than just focusing on actual human interaction.
Right.
And like, I mean, to be fair,
Jesus.
that's, no,
I feel like that's a bit much. I don't think like a 90-year-old grandma that says hi to you at the grocery store.
I know that. To be fair, I didn't like. It wasn't really. I don't really go out much, so not around like just regular fucking random people like grocery stores and shit like that. It was more or less like, you know, like younger people that I'm around. Obviously, like the dude at the party that I was talking about before, like he was definitely one of them. Like I don't know. I used to get triggered. Like for the longest time, even my sister introduced me as the YouTuber.
Oh no!
Like there was one time I went over to her house, or like not. She didn't introduce me as the YouTuber, but she like her friends and she knew that I did YouTube. And there was one time where I'm just like chilling over at her house, we're just casually talking, and one of her friends came, and she was like, "Yeah, this is my brother." And the girl goes, "Oh, the YouTuber," and I was just triggered right there. I was like, "Wow, you didn't even tell her my fucking name."
Whenever I
know, right? You should be like, "Oh, the cashier." the truck driver. Oh, the teacher. Yeah.
My old fucking Patty Flipper. Shut up.
Christ.
Whenever I go somewhere in public, I'm usually with Smitty. So like, if we ever like run into somebody, I know that I'm always safe because if they're a clout chaser, they're not going after the guy with 70K subs. They're going after Smitty with 2.9. So I know I'm always just set. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Let's see. Question. What is
Smitty's like your decoy?
Yeah, literally. He's like, I just smoking mirrors. But what is the question you guys get asked most by like, I don't know, like family, friends, or anyone that like tries to understand YouTube?
How you make money doing that? How you make money playing video games? What kind of wizardry is that?
How you make money watching men jack off on Omegle?
Do you get money per subscriber?
Oh, that's the one too. Yeah.
How much money do you
that
make?
one.
Yep.
That's
Dude,
so AIDS.
What's the thing is everybody in the family is fucking, you know, they're 30 plus and they grew up for, you know, their childhood. They didn't have the internet and shit like that. So they don't understand. They just
I had
don't
to go
understand
watch
how
men
money
jack
works.
off in person.
Yeah, it's like even dumb shit like, let's say something funny happens, you know, like Instagram, Twitter and all that, you know, things go trending randomly and it could be the dumbest shit too. And some dumb shit will happen, and then one of my parents, whether it be my mom or dad, like, yeah, if we posted that, we would go viral. I was like, no, stop saying that, please.
Oh yeah, I hate when people say that. It's like you have no idea how it works at all.
Literally.
Take this video of
me
me. I'm gonna go
cringe.
viral. No, the fuck you're not.
Dude, my little sister put up a YouTube video,
Oh no.
and literally she fucking checks the views almost every single day. I think most of her views are herself. And
Refresh to the video.
She's view butting her own video.
She's 7. But like,
Yeah, she's way ahead of her time.
I think it's
Yeah,
I was
I know,
18
right?
when I did that.
but like, there's times where, you know, I'll be in the car with my mom and then we're making conversation and then the YouTube comes up because it's my job. My mom wants to know what's going on. And then she's like, yeah, how things going? How view and shit like that? How are like your views and stuff like that? And my sister is so self-centered. She just has to jump in. She's like, my video has 111 views. Mom, my views. I'm like,
I made 2 cents.
Your sister Arab? Why does she have that accent?
No,
My sister has
that's my
111,000
go-to.
views.
Did you adopt her?
No, that's just my go-to accent.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm representing anybody.
Right. It's easy to be aggressive with that accent. You could say anything.
Really, yeah.
Like, I'm here to adopt a dog. Like you could say anything as long as it's in the accent. It's like aggressive and
My
scary.
bathwater is too warm.
I give UNICEF $100 a month for this stuff.
For this.
I don't know, what does UNICEF do? I don't know what UNICEF does.
Don't they make beans? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Yeah, you're thinking of someone else.
Yeah, I know UNICEF is something you can donate to. I don't know what it
UNICEF
is.
beans hit different.
I think it's something for like starving children or something. I don't know.
Hold on. Well, beans help.
I mean, yeah, you can give beans to starving children.
Oh, that's United Nations Children's Fund. It's nothing to do with beans.
UNICEF.
All right, never mind. I don't know why I thought
Your
that
mind
was
was
a
on.
bean making company. I'm fucking stupid. I'll tell you what.
I'm curious. Is there anybody, like, going off of Matt's question? Is there anybody in your family that, like, you're honest about, you know, quote unquote this world? Because like it's like,
What?
to be honest, like,
What do
it's
you mean?
completely different. Like when it comes to like, you know, income and stuff like that.
Like, wait,
Like-
go in
Like,
depth a little more.
do you have a family member? Like if they were to ask you how much money do you make, do you like lie to them? Like do you lie to every single family member? Or
Oh,
do you have
no.
someone that you're
No, I'm
comfortable
pretty open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty open about it with my immediate family. With
Yeah,
like
same.
outside relatives, they don't understand YouTube at all, so I don't tell them really.
Yeah, how much you make? Enough.
Yeah.
with?
Enough. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough
Yeah.
to own 50 pairs of shoes in the span of 2 months. That's honestly, I get comments about that from my family so much. They're like, I seen your Instagram. Why do you have so many Vans? Just like,
Oh,
I have the
no.
same question.
Because I
Is he
can.
size 29? Yeah, I'm a YouTuber and I don't understand. What the fuck are you doing?
well, that's the thing is when you're a size 17, you don't have very many shoe options out there. So,
Well,
like,
clearly you fucking do.
well, that's the thing is like
100,000.
the most fashionable shoes I can find in my size are Vans, but most of them I have to custom make. So, yeah.
What? You should just go to the Party City or whatever that store is called and just get some fucking clown shoes.
Lounge
shoes.
motherfucker.
They probably don't even make
Those
those in
will
my
fit you
size.
perfect. They better. Those things like size 29.
Dude, have you ever actually told someone for the first time like how much you made, or like even how much like a sponsor has offered you or some shit?
Usually
and,
my
like,
mom.
just blew their mind. Just blew their mind. Like
Yeah.
I
My
didn't even
parents.
know that much money exists.
Yeah. Definitely my parents.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. See, my dad called me shit because I like to talk to him about like some friends and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I'll like say like how much they get offered for a sponsorship, and I'll tell him one of mine. He's like, "Well, you fucking suck."
Wow.
Dude, I remember there was one time a couple months ago. I think it was around when I was maybe 100, 150 to 200K. And I turned down a sponsor. So I'm like, that's not too bad, like at that size and shit like that. And I was just like, nah, I don't like the game. And like, I told my sister the fact that I turned it down because, you know, she was just next to me and shit like that. And she like got upset at me.
Yeah, she
Like,
said you crazy.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Like, she genuinely was upset at the fact that I turned that down. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I understand why though, because in some people's eyes, they
Some
just
people
see.
would kill
They see
for
this
that
money.
amount.
Yeah, no, but they just see the money. They don't see the longevity of it a channel. So if I
Yeah.
like say I shit out a bunch of sponsored videos for a shitty product I don't actually like, then you
Mhm.
kill your own channel. So like people just don't understand why you would say no to it. And they're like, that's $4,000, which is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Yeah.
it's not worth killing your channel over $4 fucking grand.
Yeah, anytime
Right.
I've had my parents act like that, like, because I've done the same thing where I've told my parents, like, yeah, I was going to work with this company for this amount of money, but I feel like it really doesn't fit my channel. And they were like,
Yeah.
who cares? It's money. And I'm just,
Make it
Yep,
fit,
that's
bitch.
the exact.
Exactly.
and
thing
I
that is just
usually
repeated.
tell them, like, that I've seen YouTubers before who, it was especially around the CSGO gambling era,
Yeah.
just uploading one sponsorship video after another, like one normal video for every 10 sponsorship videos. And those channels just fucking died completely.
Yeah, literally died.
Like the channels are dead now, but like, you know, not many people know about like how much really sponsors like offer and shit like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
But dude, people literally like are set for life because of that shit. So
yeah,
it's
I
like,
know.
that was a conscious choice by them. They knew the repercussions of like, yeah, this is gonna be the end of my fucking channel, but I'm gonna be able to send my fucking kids to college.
Right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like-
Because that era of CSGO gambling was so crazy.
Every
It's
single
insane.
sperm is going to college. But yeah, I
That's
mean,
crazy.
in that whole sponsorship era, I know one guy. I'm obviously not going to say his name. He doesn't upload anymore, but I know that he did a sponsored video like almost every single day, and he ended up almost making $10 million throughout the entire like CS:GO.
Oh my god!
Yeah, during the entire CS:GO. That I'm assuming that was before tax. I would fucking hope, because otherwise this means fucking Bill Gates. But yeah, so I understand. I understand why people do it, because if somebody threw that amount of money at me and was like, "Kill your channel," I'd be like, "Bye, bye, YouTube."
I don't give a fuck how much I love this shit. Bye.
See you later, idiots. Oh no, I gotta go cry in my McLaren.
Sip a fucking coconut and chill.
Sick of what?
So I said sip a coconut, right? Hopefully
Sick of coconut.
I'm gonna go sip on some nut.
Living my best life.
Sipping nut, living my best life.
Sipping a straw in a used condom.
I used to be like you. I used to make YouTube videos. Now I just sip nut.
Ew. Oh, I'm just fucking picturing a straw in a closed off condom, like one of those little Kool-Aid jammers.
What the fuck? Oh,
That's disturbing.
yeah, new topic, right?
New topic other than sipping nut.
I don't know, man. I ain't got any more topics. I think sipping nut's kind of the peak.
We gonna end off on sipping nuts?
I have a good topic that's very vague that I feel like we could really go off of. So, if you guys were to time travel to any time in the past and change anything, what would you do?
Oh God.
Oh.
1 minute ago and stop you from asking that question.
That's fair.
You know, this is weird to say, like, but there's one thing I would regret from being younger and starting YouTube is the fact that I restarted so many channels. Like, I made so many new channels. And I always think about, I'm like, damn.
So you wouldn't like stop the Holocaust or 9/11. You would just
fucking YouTube.
I'm going back to before the adpocalypse.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go to 8-year-old and be like, yo, you
Cleopatra. I'd rather just go back in time and start
make
YouTube
one
over.
channel.
I want to go meet George Washington.
Before the apocalypse, dude.
We're conceited little shits.
go the day PewDiePie fucking just screwed up everything. Like, wait!
Stop him from saying the N-word on that bridge.
just show up and give him the N-word pass. Like, hey, guys, it's cool.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
Imagine that. Just me in the back camera, like, nah, it's fine, it's cool.
Nah, it's
Don't
cool.
worry about it.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Look at me.
It's like, look at me, it's fine.
I got the curly
Stop
hair.
the
I
man here.
give him the pass. Okay.
I'm not Hawaiian, I'm black.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Jesus. Out of all things you could choose, you would stop PewDiePie from saying the N-word.
I mean, I think that's the worst thing that's happened in modern history.
And
I would go back to the creation of Earth or something like
Who gives
fucking
a fuck?
Lame.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
lame.
True.
Wouldn't you want better ads over? I'm not going to finish that sentence. Never mind. No.
yeah, wouldn't you want
Yeah,
Pepsi
maybe.
doing your ads, man, instead of like, AutoZone or something?
Are you tired of hitting up Dollar Shave Club?
Whoa.
Oh,
I was not expecting to laugh this much out of that topic. I was just some like deep shit. You're just like, no,
We're about as deep as a fucking puddle, McNasty.
Yeah,
I don't know what
true.
you're expecting.
Can't really expect much out of us.
Oh God.
All right, well, nobody gave any actual answer. We just said PewDiePie not
fucking gave an actual answer.
It was shit.
Okay, if you were to go back to the creation of Earth, what would you?
Okay, maybe not the exact creation where fucking whatever happened, but I mean like
Adam and Eve.
the first, like the first people
kinda
or
sus.
something.
If you were to travel back to that era, would you like try and change anything or like influence anything?
I
or
would
just-
smack that fucking bitch Eve across the face and say, "Put that fucking apple down, cunt."
All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad he's already got that sorted. He's thought about this.
I don't know. It would just be cool to see a different period of the Earth. I don't know, man.
Or something.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe go back when there's like T-Rex running around.
Yes, I'm alive for 1 second.
Well, the point of like the time travel, you would kind of be like indestructible, basically.
You know what?
You
I'd
just
love,
time
I'd
travel
love to
just
go
to
back.
see something or change something, but you wouldn't.
Well, I would definitely go to the creation of Earth then, just to see what that is like.
I'd love to go see the first caveman and see how far off it is from McNasty, if at all.
You go there, it's just
He's just drinking a Monster, playing Rainbow Six.
Looks like not much changed. McNasty's very connected to his roots. What about you, McNasty? You didn't answer your own question.
Yeah.
Wow, honestly, I didn't even think about it really.
Wow, you fucking double standard bitch.
All right, Crazy, go
like-
stop PewDiePie for saying the N-word.
Like, do you go back in time to like see something, or do you go back and like try and
That's your
change
choice, I feel
something
like.
negative or something
The thing
to
is,
better your own
like,
self?
I don't believe in a lot of things, but one singular decision can lead to a whole different chain of events.
A lot of people said if you were to go back and stop 9/11, that Bush wouldn't have won his second term because he wouldn't have been able to like
Use it as a campaign.
use it as his campaign
Yeah,
to
literally.
and then another person might have been president and it might have just gone to something completely.
You know what fucking
The war in the
blows
Middle
my
East might
mind?
have been completely altered. Like,
Yeah, I just
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm like, there's not much that would change other than that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, either stop PewDiePie from saying the N-word or fucking make myself.
I would like whenever I thought about going in the past, I always thought, your mind wants to go to how to better my own self. So like I always thought like go back in time and invent Google or something like that would just make you a billionaire.
Ooh.
I ain't smart enough to do none of that shit, so like
I'm smart enough to pitch the idea because I stole it from someone in the future, though.
It's like Bill Burr talking about it whenever Steve Jobs is like, I want my music, I want the internet, and I want it all in my pocket. Fucking get on it. Like telling like his team to create it, and they're all just in there like sweating bullets trying to figure out how to get all that shit on a phone.
Oh, shit.
But going back on that topic of McNasty talking about 9/11, you know what I just found out yesterday is you guys, Americans, when buying a plane ticket, have to pay an extra tax on 9/11. It was like, hold on, I'll find the thing.
What? What do you
It
mean?
was
They're taxing terrorists at this point. Okay.
literally, hold on. Okay,
Yeah.
so John sent me this, and it was this flight, and he was just showing us, like we're just preparing for TwitchCon. He was showing us they have a US 9/11 security fee, and it was $12.20. You guys literally have to.
What?
You guys get. You guys have to pay.
$9.11.
Bro, you guys have to pay money because someone flew a jet into a tower. I don't understand how the fuck that works.
Whack.
That is that I don't understand. Like, where's that tax going?
Who
Who
knows?
9:10, fucking 11:59 p.m.
I just don't understand though. That blows my mind that you guys have to pay money because of that. Like what?
I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Now you know. Next time you go to buy a plane ticket, know that there's $11 sitting in there for something that is completely out of your control.
I'm buying one
That happened
today.
18 fucking years ago. That's bizarre.
Yeah. No, I don't know. We were kind of in awe about it, but it just reminded me of it that you guys were talking about it. So I don't
Wait,
know.
is it tax like that's constant or is it like only on 9/11?
Well, he bought it like a day ago, so I don't think it had anything to do with 9/11.
Oh, I thought you were saying that we have to pay tax on 9/11.
No,
I'm
just
stupid.
when you buy a plane ticket. What the fuck?
I don't know. I was very behind on that.
So that's what they said when they said never forget. That's what they meant.
Oh, it's fucked.
That is so.
Thank God you guys decided to call this a shameless.
Fucking, you can't forget.
Oh yeah,
you
that's
just
the beauty of this.
taxed on 9/11.
People are like, this podcast is
You know what you
rude.
signed up for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, people told you that the podcast is rude?
No, I'm just saying if anybody's ever like, oh, this.
No, it's like rude in a cool way. Like, dude, this is rude,
Yeah.
man. This is
I
a
don't think
rude
I've ever
podcast,
heard that.
man.
Yeah, no shame here, none whatsoever.
Literally.
No shame in my membrane.
Okay, all
I have
right.
autism.
Thank you for cleaning the window.
Any other topics?
Dude,
Come up with a topic.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you were shit. That voice cracked.
oh shit, brother.
Well,
He sounded like Shaggy.
Zoinks! Oh, you put me on the spot, Scoob. I don't know, man. Well, I don't know. Like, I've always found it kind of awkward talking about like what I do as a job. Like when I show up at a party and like my best friend knows what I do for a living, and he tells everyone.
That's how my mom
that
is.
I completely get that, bro. That was me this weekend. Luckily, I was just intoxicated.
Yeah, well, that's what I need to do. Yeah,
yeah, try it out sometimes.
My mom called me earlier and she said, yeah, I like letting people know that you do YouTube and stuff, but I always have to tell them if you're easily offended or are are like sensitive to watching racist stuff, be wary of watching his videos.
Your mom censors.
Yeah, so
but my mom shows me to her friends at work and stuff. Like her, she showed a joke to her boss one time, and her boss actually got offended by something that I joked around with.
Right. Imagine you got your mom fired because of your content.
Your son talked about a portable Hitler. I don't know if he can be employed here anymore. Oh no, that was Sue. But yeah, so yeah.
I've gone out of my way to tell my mom and dad to like never tell my extended family ever.
Yeah.
Like they're like super fucking Christian, super Arab, and like man, it would just be a nightmare if they went on and they heard me make an Arab joke. I'd literally get lynched by them. Like it would be the worst Christmas of my life.
It's super awkward, I think, to show up like I was saying at a party, and then like everyone, like people you might haven't even seen in years, they're like, "So I heard 1 million people watch you on YouTube." It's just an awkward conversation, I think.
Yeah, then, and you're like, actually 2 million, bitch.
Pull up to the club now.
But like, yeah, I think it's awkward when people actually like watch your videos and then they'll be like, "Yo, that last Siege video, it was some funny shit, man."
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, like they'll like quote jokes from your channel from like 2 years ago, and I'm like, okay, this is weird.
You'll be like, wait, you have a head? What's going on?
Oh my god!
I got a funny one based off what dude just said there. So, speaking of like somebody quoting something from your video, so
yeah,
an old friend of mine, I haven't talked to him in like 3 years, but every time he texts me, it's really funny. He always just hits me with like a weird ass business proposition, like, "Hey, bro, let's make an app," or some random fucking bullshit. But literally,
get your big YouTube friends on it.
Texts me at 4 a.m, quotes like the first thing that I put in like my Siege video like a couple weeks back was just Grizzy saying he heats up his salads. Quotes that, puts "ha ha," and then goes, "Hey man, so I had an idea for an app." I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. Like, we are not doing this shit. You cannot watch 5 seconds of my video and pretend that you watched them all. I hate that shit so much. It's like he didn't even skip in 5 minutes and try to hit me with a quote of like something halfway through to prove that he watched it. He just clicked on it, watched 5 seconds, went, "All right, good enough," and decided to hit me with a business proposition.
Yeah, he's like one of those sponsors you get in your email. They're like, "Hello, YouTuber. We have watched a video on channel. Are in very impressed."
It's like when you post your video and then 30 seconds later somebody's like, "Oh, I love this video. It was amazing."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you just watch the whole video in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They watch them like 5 times speed.
All right, good enough. I mean, to be fair, you really don't even need to watch our videos to understand what's going on in our videos. You just need to know that there's some Rainbow Six Siege stuff in the background with some racism over top. Like,
yeah, basically, like we call this a podcast, but I mean, it's basically a podcast when we make our videos. Well, maybe with the exception of like Jay and Grizzy and you guys who are actually good at the game. You know, for us, it's just conversation.
Honestly, I kind of like it because I feel like, not to be like bragging or anything, but I feel like we've kind of capitalized on the whole, like, that part of Rainbow Six Siege about not really being about the game. Like before us, it was kind of really like every Siege YouTuber was just, they were like people like Russian Badger, Bikini Body, like people like that who were just like really about the game. And then we kind of stepped in and turned it into just like
idiots.
Just like the more like casual, retarded side of Siege, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, this is weird to say, like, like everybody, we're not necessarily, or none of us necessarily put ourselves into one singular group. But when it comes to the Siege aspect, I noticed a lot of the times, like, every time I get recognized, even if I play solo or some shit like that, like I'll get, "Hey, where's the dude? Where's McNasty? Where's Soup? Where's like Blog and shit like that?" And so it's like, we sort of. I just thought I'd throw you in there for fuck, dude.
Ain't nobody ever asked where the fuck Blog.
You could have just taken it, bro. But no,
I know what you mean, though. Yeah, we've kind of became like a group, basically.
A clan.
Oh no!
Oh my god. But no, we've become a social gathering of people in the Siege community.
Essentially, yeah. The one thing
you
that's
ever
like,
think you join a clan with a southern?
No, I really didn't.
bro, this is the worst clan ever. 3 white guys, a black guy, and an Arab. Like, what the fuck? What are we
We're
fighting
like
for?
the DMV or something.
Except me and Grizzy are the workers, and you guys are the only ones trying to get a license.
McNasty's the like the awkward guy you're sitting beside.
They keep
Some
burping and
stranger.
farting and shit.
No, he just whispers some casual racism to you, and you're just like, okay.
Completely fucks up Matt's name on purpose. Ain't that right, Khabib?
What was that bomb chest?
Fuck, man.
I'm so lucky I don't have an Arab name. I would get roasted every day by McNasty if I had a name like Lachman or something like that. I'd be fucked.
Oh, I so wish, dude.
What the fuck you mean? You guys would get content, but I'd get clinical depression. Like, I don't win.
Well, you gotta have a white name, Blurg.
I have a Bible name, weird enough. Like, Matthew.
What?
Yeah, my name is a Bible name.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that noise, but...
Oh, I'm crying a little bit.
Yeah,
was a good
like
one,
my stomach is tensed from fucking bomb chest.
I forget what I was going to say, but I got a little bit distracted by that one.
Yeah, what were we talking about before that? I don't even remember.
I have no idea.
Well, let's just backtrack. Oh,
Weird
I was just
to
talking
talk
about how like,
your videos with friends. Is what
oh
I was-
yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay. I remember what I was going to say. The nice thing about us being, like, predominantly, like, commentary style is that a lot of people watch us for us. I feel like a lot more
Yeah.
people watch for personality. So I feel like
Sure.
when Rainbow Six does inevitably die, I feel like we have like a
Easy
bit easier of a segue into another game.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll be a bit easier.
I can just keep
like-
looking at dicks.
Doesn't
I'm
feel
not-
like-
Yeah,
Yo,
you could just jack off on a Omegle the rest of your life,
That's
dude.
why I play variety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing too about you dudes. You've already built your channel based on kind of more solo stuff. So
Yeah.
you have a more solo
like-
dedicated fan base than we do.
My stuff was solo until I started playing Siege. So that's actually completely the opposite for me. Like, I only ever did stuff by myself. I didn't really know YouTubers until I started doing Siege.
you
I knew
just
like
came
a
in and
couple.
started dominating shit, dude.
Yeah, no, you came in this shit and grabbed it by the fucking ball.
Literally said Siege, my testes now.
I was kind of the same way too. I never like even whenever I was asked to come play Rainbow with all you guys, I was kind of skeptical of it because I've never really been a fan of making group videos. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you used to always do the Rust stuff like solo, right?
That's not what I only did, but yeah. I mean, I would normally if I did a video, it would be like me and one other YouTuber because I tried the fucking like group shit and it's just never really.
with like
Never
the
really
wrong
hit.
group though, it can be like horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really the wrong group. I mean, a lot of people just I don't know. It's just I don't know how to explain it.
I
really.
guess
it's
I
just
get where you're coming from.
I was skeptical because I don't really like. I didn't really enjoy making like funny moment style videos. I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I've come to enjoy it. So
See, but that's what I mean. I'm like, nobody several years ago, like, different friend groups and shit like that. And I mean, the reason why I sort of moved on from making the same type of content that, I used to is simply because, like, the content that I make now is completely, like, just natural. Like, even when you were younger, like, the whole, idolizing a lot of these YouTubers and you sort of start to mimic them in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, but, like, until you find yourself.
Mhm.
And my thing was sort of like the whole with the friend group that I used to be in. It's like, okay, we need an idea for a video. We need a plot. We need a pathway to follow throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
And like eventually, I started to find the thing that I enjoyed most which was just like, I mean, I was playing first person shooters majority of my life anyways. Like I played COD for fucking 10 years, like just straight, almost the only game that I pretty much played my entire life. But like, I feel like Siege was just that segue in for me to like, enjoy first person shooters and just talk shit with friends. And then eventually, like, I was like, okay, I'm just going to hit start record, see what happens. And I got a whole video out of like 2 to 3 hours. And I was like, oh shit, nice.
I feel
But I
like
was like-
I came from like the opposite background where I came from like every video I did when I was a small channel was with friends. So now I'm trying to like transition like more like basically how I did that Discord video where there's like, I mean, there's no game involved. It's just like talking and stuff with like a smaller group. Like I feel like I'm trying to transition more into that.
Yeah, people really like those Discord videos though, like for
People love
Carson
that
and stuff. Like, yeah, that stuff pops off.
Yeah, he was the one I DM'd asking for like advice with like tags or anything like that, and he's like, "No, as long as it's funny, nobody really cares. They'll click on it." And I was like, "All right, Ben."
Yeah,
I never really watched Carson's videos.
I have. They're fucking hilarious. They just make no sense. It honestly felt like like his videos are all like what it felt like when we were all just fucking drunk sitting in Discord.
It literally just makes you. It gives you that feeling like that you're in a Discord call with friends.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Even though you're sitting there in the dark by yourself eating cheese, it's like Grizzy.
yeah.
Yeah, when I first started getting into YouTube, because my channel used to be a music channel, it's just kind of dedicated to making music. But
Yep.
once I started getting into gaming, that's I met Rack like really early on. He only had like I think like 20K. I think I had like 10K, and yeah, so he was kind of really the only person I played with. Him and Carson, we played for a while, and then Rack started blowing up. He got some stuff that was shared on iFunny and then put on a bunch of Instagram sites, which is kind of I think that's kind of how Carson blew up too. Like his Discord. I don't know if you guys ever saw the one where it was like
The bowling.
yeah.
The first clip I saw.
Mhm.
That's the first clip I saw. Carson.
That
and
was
then-
on iFunny and like Instagram pages and like major, like huge Discord Instagrams and stuff like that. And yeah, and then they, after Carson's like Discord stuff popped up, he kind of stopped playing like CS:GO, which is natural. Obviously, if if a thing on your channel blows up, you're not going to keep playing a different game that didn't really work for you before. So,
Yeah.
and then it was kind of just me and Rack for a little bit. And then like some shit started happening with him, like his IRL stuff. And then yeah, I was kind of alone I was kind of alone for a while. And then I met you guys. Yeah, and then after I met you guys, it was just like
it all went downhill.
no, it was just like
it all went uphill in the worst way possible.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like crazy shit said, but it's all been good. Yeah.
Actually, how much longer do you want to go? Because I have another topic. Actually, I was gonna.
We can keep going because I
I was
feel
about to say,
like I'm gonna cut out.
You piece of shit.
We could probably go for another like 20 minutes,
Okay.
Well, how long have we been recording?
an hour,
At least in
4
an hour
minutes.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this one will probably take up a decent amount of time, actually. But out of curiosity, because I don't really remember it, how did you meet like everyone that you play with? Like, I know, for example, how I met Grizzy. Oh, I'm telling this. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it.
Ooh.
No.
So,
I am.
Grizzy-
I am proud of my scum days.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Okay,
Fuck
dude.
off.
If you
I
say
talk about this
T, I'm not
openly.
going to tell anything.
Okay, all right, fine.
But
sister anymore.
so Grizzy spam followed me.
Yeah, on Twitter.
He was following about 2,000 people and had about 200 followers.
Matt fucking followed me back for some
And
reason.
then no, listen. So I followed him back, and then he unfollowed me as I followed him back, and I got a DM from fucking Crowdfire saying, "Hey, thanks for following me." And it's just
The
this big
automated
message. Yeah, the automated DM I get from Grizzy.
Oh my
And it's like,
god!
check out my YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, thanks, you piece of shit. Can you follow me back, though? He was like, oh yeah, I got you.
Wow.
And then from there, we just
shit.
I think that was the last time we talked for a bit, and then I met him in one of Jay's community streams. We did like a community game. We played Overwatch together when that hurricane was hitting your house.
No, I think we were talking about playing way before that though.
yeah. I
That's
just
the
mean like we didn't play up until then.
Like in
Like-
the community stream, I knew we knew each other before Jay's little Overwatch community stream. Because I remember
Yeah.
like me doing some dumb shit in like one of his Reinhardt games, and then you and I laughing about it like the day after or some shit.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to intrude because I didn't want to be that guy. Like, hey, Jay, can I get into the call? No.
Oh, you don't want to be that guy, but you'll send out a Crowdfire DM. Yeah, that's fucking dope.
Give me a fucking break. Dude. I was like 14. Come on.
I remember in high school, I used to watch Dew's fucking videos. And I remember the first time I played with Dew, I was low-key fangirling
Dude, me
so
too.
fucking hard.
Big time.
You guys are so
What-
cute.
We're all. I feel like we're all kind of kiss asses to do, to be honest.
Yeah, Jay sent me a
I didn't
DM.
know
He's
who
like,
the
you want to
fuck-
play
Fuck
with
that, dude's a fucking moron.
Dude, I didn't know anybody here. Like or when I met you guys, didn't know of any of you other than Matt, obviously, because that reason.
Yeah.
But like I didn't know Super's YouTuber. I didn't know Dew. I didn't know McNasty. Like I mean, I knew McNasty from fucking my recommended section, the Ainsley compilation.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I recognize that name. Yeah, let's talk about that.
That video was crazy. The fucking Ainsley compilation. I have that
many
private
views
on
did
my
it
channel
get?
now. If that video didn't pop up, I don't think I would have a YouTube channel right now, to be honest.
No, probably
Because
not.
I went from 500 subs to like 30,000 just from that compilation. Yeah. Because the thing is, people were subscribing to my channel thinking that I was Ainsley. Like they were watching the video and like, oh, I want to see more of this guy.
Shit.
And then I started
You
uploading
think
my
those
own
people are
shit.
still subbed?
Huh?
You think those people are still subbed to you right now?
There's probably a few, yeah. But the thing is, once I started uploading my own stuff, they were like, this isn't Ainsley, so I'm just not going to watch this channel anymore.
This is not Ainsley.
I think you told me about this before.
I think we covered this on the last podcast, I'm pretty sure.
You made a compilation of another YouTuber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
McNasty was one of those guys.
And you got 30
okay, we got to admit here, we all had, some scummy fucking part of our YouTube careers, right?
No,
Please,
never.
Please say yes.
When I made that video though, I wasn't trying to get subs out of it. I just I loved when McCreamy did Ainsley so much. I was like, wait, there's no compilation on YouTube of this, so I'm gonna make my own. And I made it, and I didn't expect that to happen. I wasn't trying to gain any traction from it. I was actually nervous because
started to get copyright strike or some shit.
No, because I was afraid that Fitz was gonna see it and hate me for it. And then we ended up actually talking on Twitter about it, and he was just like, yeah, because you were so cool about making sure that people knew that it wasn't your video and promoting our channels, that it really doesn't. I don't really care about it. It's kind of just
And that you didn't make money off it, because
it was unmonetized too. And he was just like, yeah, it's pretty much just free advertising. So
because at that point you didn't even need 1,000 subs to monetize. You could just monetize anything.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a few years ago, yeah, or a couple years ago.
You could have made some shmoney off that.
How many views did that get?
I think 4.5 million.
I'm not even at 4.5 million total views.
Hey, you're on your way, dog.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it the good way though. You're getting your subs. People are subbing to you for you, not for fucking another YouTuber.
Ainsley, yeah. Where the fuck Ainsley?
That Ainsley compilation, you know how we were talking about the time travel thing, and I was talking about the whole butterfly effect. One decision can fucking.
Would you monetize it?
No.
You'd have so many more vans if you had.
But that's just a prime example right there. If you didn't make that video, you probably would not be here.
Yeah, probably not.
You know
it's kind of wild.
Even me, if I didn't drop out of high school.
That video is the reason I met Rack. Because I met Rack in a CS surf server, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen the Ainsley video," and then we just started talking after that. So if I didn't make that video, he wouldn't know who I was, and we would have never talked.
That's so weird. I would have one less racist friend.
I literally wouldn't even for me, it's literally a chain of events. If I didn't drop out of high school, I wouldn't have been able to stay up late enough to be a part of Matt's stream. He wouldn't have put out the Twitter video that started getting some traction.
That popped off. Yeah, Grizzly got famous technically off of
Matt's Twitter.
A Twitter video I put.
Yeah,
it's just he threw a grenade at me.
And it was PUBG, right? Yeah, it was PUBG.
Yeah, PUBG. And blew up, and he fucking wheezed, and it wasn't even
oh yeah, I've seen that video.
You literally just titled the Twitter video best laugh I've ever heard.
Yeah, and it wasn't even your biggest wheeze. I was just all right, I feel like posting this on Twitter. And Fitz retweeted it, Minnie retweeted it, Dahi Denogla did, and then after that everyone followed Grizzy, and I'm just sitting there okay, all right, yeah, that's not my video or anything.
I mean, Fitz followed you that day too.
No, he followed me a week later after you were I feel bad.
No.
Actually,
that, Matt, technically fucking started my career. But if I wasn't able to stay, okay, no, you can suck my left testicle.
Why is it always the left? I wonder what part of our mind is always the left testicle.
Which testicle is a segue?
The right is just getting no love.
Dangling. Which one dangles further?
Wait, let me look.
Everybody pull out your testicles and check. Let's do a testy check.
My jeans are kind of tight right now. I don't really want to do that.
Everybody check which one's the dangler.
My right.
All right, thanks for checking, dude.
No problem, dude.
Dude's one for the homies.
I do these podcasts naked anyway, so it didn't put me out there.
Oh my God.
My dick purple.
Okay. All right, Squidward.
You come back after like 10 minutes with
I
that.
know.
My dude.
I've just been listening to you guys fucking talk.
No, it's fine. I'm just kidding.
But not like it is crazy to think of like. You ever think about like just how useful connections really are? Like
Oh, definitely.
like mutual.
That's how people
mutual
get like
friend
jobs and
connections.
shit.
True,
Just connections.
but
And then that's how people also get like weed and acid and stuff too. Connections. I
McNabb.
mean,
Not
you can't
wrong.
just go outside and be like, I need weed. And a bunch of people start running up. You need connections.
Nowadays, I feel like
you can
like
in the right
nowadays.
area.
Well, I guess now.
Yeah, I
with
go
all the-
outside in
yeah.
Canada.
go to Atlanta.
I shit you not. I walked out of our Airbnb in Toronto, went for a little walk, probably like 10 minutes, and I see this dude pushing a stroller in front of me. I didn't think of anything of it. I was like, whatever. He's just walking his baby. And then he stops. He stops, and I passed by him, and he just had a stroller full of fucking marijuana plants growing.
God.
Walking down the downtown streets of Toronto. I'm like, there's
It's
nothing
healthy to
wrong
walk
with
your plants.
they gotta get their exercise. They're gonna get fat. There's nothing wrong with that. He could have walked by a police officer and they would have been like, nice. Like, it's so weird to me.
What a cute baby.
Like a year ago, this guy would have
It's
just
just like
got
a
like,
pound
Your
of
baby smell
cocaine.
good.
okay, maybe not that.
That's a
I
dink
just
baby.
smoked a fat baby.
Bro, that's the
year
easiest
ago.
way to smuggle something though in a stroller covered in a blanket. Like, nah, my
He
baby's
wasn't even
sleeping.
smuggling it. He was just holding, like, just walking around with it wide open. He was probably trying to sell them. Like, he's fucked.
Fuck it, dude. Business investment. Probably
Traveling
using it as
weed
a
plant
write-off.
salesman.
Literally.
Using the stroller as a write-off.
So why do you need a stroller for your marijuana sales business? Well, you see, I gotta push him around.
What were we
Are you the
talking
one
about?
consuming all of your products, sir?
We were talking about
How we met in the beginning?
how we met and stuff. I didn't mean to, and Sue
yeah,
covered
we
this
kinda
last
covered ours,
podcast.
yep.
But I
Yeah.
guess like another question on you guys.
It's kind of like I basically, like in a nutshell, I met Do through Kugo,
And I met.
and then I met Soup
Yeah.
through Do.
How did
And
you
me
guys
and Do have just known each other for the longest time.
yeah,
Watched one of his
Soup-
guitar videos and then messaged him, and yep.
Yeah, Soup is actually one of like my earliest subscribers. Like back when I had like 500 or 1,000 or something. So,
Really?
Yeah,
That's fucking
Uh,
wild.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
I met a lot of Siege people through Jay. I probably met you two through Jay.
Yeah, I met you through Jay.
Yeah, same here.
So,
So I remember when he DM'd me and said, "Hey, you want to play with me and the Do?" And I fucking almost cried and shit myself.
That's how it was when Kugo said, "Hey, you want to play with the duo?"
Now I,
The duo.
now I
the guy who
see
plays
a
Black
DM
Ops.
from you, and I'm
Oh
like,
my
oh
God.
man, do I got it?
Guy who plays Black Ops 2 and it's 2019.
Now Do messages me, and I'm just like, what is this fucking idiot want?
I know. It's like, God, this fucking asshole, man. I don't want to play today.
times have changed.
But I guess this is for because I already know about McNasty and Grizzly, so I guess this is more so Soup and Do. Did you guys have one video that like took off that started your channel, or was it just like progressive?
Oh, I did.
Did you?
Sure.
Okay.
My first playing guitar on Black Ops. It didn't like take off necessarily. It's just like at the time, all my videos, I was just making like funny moments, like just
Yeah.
random garbage, cringy stuff, and all those would get about 100 or 200 views. And one time, I just played guitar on Black Ops, made that a video, and it got 5,000 views, much more than anything else. So I was like, let
Yeah.
me pursue this. And then it was more of just the overtime of like consistently doing those and doing like Omegle and stuff like based
Yeah.
off of that. It wasn't like one video that boom, 20,000 subs. Although that has happened with like Omegle after I was already an established
Yeah, after
channel.
you're already
Right. But there was no like one video for me that like exploded me.
What about you,
exploded
Soup?
my channel.
I think the first video of mine to ever get over 10,000 views was Fallout. I think it was Fallout 4, maybe. Like some.
We're talking
Or
more
like,
like,
you mean like
something like a million. or
Well,
something.
okay. My first video to get 100,000 views was Rust. So, I mean, pretty much Rust is what I think, really jump started everything.
Yeah, because you have a few Rust videos that are over 1 million. Like when I've gone to your channel and go
Yeah,
like
I
most
have-
popular
I
or
have
whatever in your
three.
videos, a good chunk of
Yeah,
them are Rust.
a lot of my Rust stuff people liked, and then it was GTA and Rainbow and
Monkey
stuff
Man.
like that. And then like real life videos
more
and
the
shit like that.
Videos, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think like one of the first videos I actually watched of yours was when you were unboxing mail with your not sister.
Yeah.
With your not
Luckily, I have a lot of people that are subbed to me for like random things. Like I'll have people be like, make another Snapchat video, or like make another Rust video, or just some obscure shit. And it's like, make another Fallout video. It's like, what the fuck?
Like, 2015, brother.
But I've never had like one of those videos, and a
Yeah,
part of me is
do you even have a video past a mil?
No.
Huh.
Like the thing about my growth, I'd say it was very progressive, and like I only ever noticed the growth like when my video started averaging like my video view averages like jumped up by like 20 to 30K. Like there was times where I thought like, I just wasn't growing and shit like that. I'm like, dude, like I know when I think it was like I was averaging maybe 90K per video, like in the first 24 hours and shit like that. It lasted for months, and I was like, dude, I'm not fucking like, obviously like the views and stuff will come like over time, like throughout, just the weeks and the days that pass. But I was just like, dude, I'm not fucking growing. Like, what am I doing wrong and shit like that? And then the deeper I went into that like thought process, eventually I just looked at it one day, and then I was just averaging like 150,000 in the day, and I was like, wait, what? Where? Huh? I went from 90K to that much, and I was like, wait a minute. And I started looking at the like older stats. I was like, why was I not noticing this? Like I have a very what's the word you use? Yeah, the progressive like growth. Never really had something that just kick started out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, connections.
Kind of like the whole like slow and
That's what's
steady
weird
race
about
type
mine
thing.
though, is like, because I'm basically in the process of like, that jump right now.
Yeah.
Because like for months I was just slowly gaining. I shouldn't say slowly. I was getting like 300 subs a day or something, which is great for a channel my size at the time. And then like out of nowhere, like no video is taken off or anything, but like I'm getting like 100.
Yeah, I was using my logo in your thumbnails.
It was honestly McNasty. I think it was the fucking subtitles.
I think
not even kidding. Literally
definitely.
The minute I started
are so easy to watch, dude.
is when videos were getting like 150K views within like 24 hours to 48, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like that happened 5 times in a row, and the last 5 videos are all subtitled. And I'm like, it's literally subtitled.
My last video, I subtitled nearly everything, like the entire video. I think it's still getting recommended because since I've uploaded, it's been almost a week now, and I'm still getting over 1,000 subs per day. Like normally my shit dies down within 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we're on 6.
Told you guys.
6, and we're still going strong.
I'm on day 12 right now of that from fucking McNasty telling me to subtitle.
I had the entirety of June, like over like 1,000 to like 2. I think it was like 1,000 to 3,000 subs per day.
Low key though, I'm fucking pissed that worked because now I have to subtitle every fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like when I noticed that took off, I was like, yes. I was like, no, fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I went like the other day. Remember when I put in the group chat? I was like, okay, I haven't uploaded in several days. After fucking partying all weekend, I was like, shit, I'm so behind, and I just banged out so many subtitles in one day, and I was like, dude, I'm dying. Send help, please. But like, that video has been done for a while. It's just waiting on monetization. So if this shit like literally spikes me up to like 3,000 subs per day again,
you subtitle everything.
I'm subtitling almost every fucking word for the next year. Hey guys, welcome back to another fucking Rainbow Six Siege video.
You're just subtitling your own intro.
This video is sponsored by.
You hear a little fart in the background. You subtitle the fart.
It honestly does go to show that like quality still matters, because I know so many people be like, bro, don't worry about the quality of your videos. People watch them regardless. But like, dang, quality still has a huge.
Just grind, upload every day, upload every 10 hours.
So I feel like it still proves that quality is important as fuck, because you still might get the same amount of views. If you don't put the quality in, YouTube still might recommend you. The difference is the amount of people that sub for that amount of views.
Yeah,
like my one video got 200,000 views, and I think I got like maybe 1,000 subs that day. And then versus now putting more effort in and actually subtitling shit. If a video gets 100,000 views, it usually gets like 2,000 to 3,000 subs that day. So it's like people still care about quality, even though I've been told differently for so long.
The thing is, when you think about it, I'm not going to do any name drops or anything, but like, when you look at channels that have been around for a long time that are kind of just dead now, basically what they did is they used to have really high quality videos, subtitled everything, crazy edits, and now they're doing daily uploads, barely any edits.
Absolutely shit.
That's exactly why once you start just thinking that you're uploading every day is going to get you more views or something. It really doesn't.
It gets you views, just not subs.
But it's the same. You're getting the same you're getting the same views from the same people.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, it's the same people. That's the thing. You're not getting any new.
The thing is, keep in mind, McNasty.
It's a different situation for everybody. Some people
definitely
can get away with doing it. Some people can't. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
I mean, but a lot of people like daily upload, obviously, because if you're uploading more, you're making more. They'd be like, okay, let's put it into this perspective. Let's say for 1 week, McNasty, you upload a video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in that time span, your video gets 1 million views. So 7 days, 1 million views, and let's say my video will get 300,000, but I upload 4 times throughout 1 week. I can't really do that, so calculator 1.2 million. In the end,
well, the thing is, you're going to get more views.
Yeah, that's what
but you're not getting
people are shooting for.
You're getting subs. Less new views.
Yeah,
like at that point, you're kind of just thinking about money. Really?
Yeah, and that's why so many people make the transition. Like, I mean, there are people that like pride themselves in like an upload schedule and staying consistent and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's okay to name drop in the case that you're kind of fighting that they do it well. Is somebody like Big Jiggly Panda, like where his channel is still absolutely killing it, and he daily uploads and does almost no editing. So I guess it does prove like kind of go back to what Soup was saying, where it depends on the person.
Yeah.
I guess if you have like really good personality, because I know so many people like still ask that about YouTube. Like when they start a channel, they're like, should I just pump out as many videos as possible, or should I take my time? So I don't know. I guess that helps answer some questions for I know like a lot of people that are curious.
I will say this, like personally, me, like I never prided myself on editing at all, simply because I wouldn't say like I'm a great editor or good editor. Like I don't really care to go the extra mile when it comes to editing and like learning new things. I sort of just like developed my own style and just got complacent.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with my audience, like sub growth aside, like I've noticed throughout the comments, like nobody cares how I edit. Like I could upload a just cut video and people are like, oh my god, this is so hilarious, and like I appreciate that, but I won't deny the fact of like seeing a full timeline is so satisfying for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you finish a video and look at it, it's like I made
you
that.
You bring out the whole timeline.
It's art.
Like, oh yeah,
it's like building a house compared to building a sandcastle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless you live
like
where
it's not hard to go out, fill a bucket
thing.
up with dirt, and just plant it into the ground. Like
you didn't hear what Matt said.
Nope, we're gonna pass over that.
No. But, all right. Well, I think that's a good. I think it's a good. That's a good ending topic right there. Yeah, we've been going for an hour and 25 minutes. So
great, gang.
Okay,
it's quite longer. But
you know what? I just realized me and Grizzy never actually said like hi. We're here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jumped in like this is
so
the
yeah,
norm.
this is Grizzy and
I mean you can just move it to the front of the podcast. We could just do like a new intro right now.
No, I'll probably just put you guys in like the title or something like featuring.
All right.
Or I mean, it's not. I
don't know because
multiple episodes. I don't know.
Yeah, I like having you guys on.
Nice.
Have you guys in the future.
I'm afraid of commitment, but I'll jump in every now and then.
You're not getting fucking married, you idiot.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't promise anything.
Fuck
off.
All right, let McNasty end this fucking date. End this pantsuit.
All right, yeah. Thank you guys for coming on. It's been fun.
It's been a good time.
Talked about some shit. And yeah, this is Grizzy. This is Matt. This is Grizzy Matt.
You didn't even say Matt's actual YouTube name.
Yeah, no, I'll go fuck myself. Fuck my brand.
If you guys want to follow them, I'll put their links in the description. So
I make YouTube videos, I guess, or whatever.
My name is Blarg.
Not like we just talked mainly about YouTube for the past hour and a half.
Yeah. Alrighty then.